what the abandoned project looked like. All overgrown. I'm gonna do some exploring. Alright, so made it up to the top floor. These projects were apparently abandoned after Katrina. And then in, let's see, what was it, 2013, 14? Somewhere around there. Brandon B. Mike Odoms decided it would be a good idea to make use of these abandoned buildings and turn it into a giant art exhibit. B. Mike is a pretty noteworthy graffiti artist. He has an awesome studio down here that is one of the largest and longest running single person exhibits in the country.
I guess New Orleans, as culturally, we found redemption in pain. You know what I mean? Whether it's the food, the music, the jazz funerals. I mean, we find ways to make something out of nothing. You know what I mean? And that's true to street art in general. That's true to graffiti in general. That's true to hip hop in general. But I feel like New Orleans has always done it with a certain, I don't want to say carelessness, but effortlessness. It's just it filters through us that way. You know what I mean? It's like we don't hold on to the negative too long, and it's sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. You know, sometimes you need to hold on to that anger to sort of help you fix it. But I think it filters through us, and it filters out as art, or it filters out as music, it filters out as culture. And I think that's reflected a lot in the city, because when you go to abandoned spaces like this, that should be, for every reason in the book, should be places of sorrow, places of pain, you see these beautiful pieces of art. In my opinion, beautiful pieces of art. And I think that that's a part of that New Orleans culture, the way we filter that pain into this. I mean, obviously, we could have spent all our time trying to demand this space be demolished, or demand this space be built, fixed up, or a timeline to be produced that was, you know, that was stuck to. But instead, you know what I mean, like, we made a decision to come in and create in this space and temporarily transform. And I think that's New Orleans.
I have a video of that, of his studio. I'll add a link probably at the end. Definitely something to check out if come to New Orleans, put that on your list of things to do. So he got a bunch of artists together to do all this artwork. Behind those trees there's another group of projects over there that are also done in graffiti. This is Exhibit B, and I think the one across the street is Project B, but there's construction and stuff over there, so I don't think we'll be able to get over there today. But anyhow, he got all these artists together. They did all of this artwork. And then once the word got out, it turned out to be a huge thing. Elevator shaft, always creepy. Yeah, there were crowds of thousands of people here. It turned into a huge party. Some fire damage in here. Fire over here. Oh, speaking of fires, there's one in the distance there. There's this thing here. This isn't creepy at all. Toys and baby shoes and dolls. And dead flowers. This is pretty cool. It's collage. Has good texture to it. Looks like it's the story of it looks like Diana Ross. I'm sure that's Diana Ross. We'll come over here with Jupiter and Buddha. Usual suspects. And where that machine is, I don't know if you can see right behind it. That's where the other building is with the other art. Stuff still here. God only knows if this is from the storm or squatters or. It's weird coming into some of these places and they have carpeting. Which is really gross. There's the elevator. else we got back here? Nothing. Whatever that is. Lots of birds. Cardinals and crows. This is in bad shape. Not that any of it we've seen has been in good shape.
Did I bring her up or did we just stay down here?
Oh, this is kind of cool. You should come up. This is a cool space. And there they are, putting in a new road. I guess if you're putting in a new road, you gotta be putting it in for a reason, especially a concrete one around here. That's fancy. So maybe they got plans for the area. Who knows? Well, I hope you enjoyed this adventure. It's kind of hard to find stuff to do during this whole lockdown thing, so I haven't been posting in a while. But yeah, I will leave a link so that you can see Brandon B. Mike Odom's studio called Studio B, as opposed to Exhibit B and Project B across the street there. So you all be careful out there. Follow me on Instagram at Sights for Sore Eyes Fan 1 and on Facebook at Sights for Sore Eyes. I also often post photograms and things like that. So you all be careful out there. Sights for Sore Eyes signing off.
But I feel like hopefully this exhibit will help people see the potential in with the art, the potential in spaces, the potential with working with these artists, you know what I mean? Not just running them out, but saying, okay, let's have a conversation, you know? So these, at least in my opinion, these artists don't often get the recognition that they deserve because of, I guess, the medium and because of the context mostly. So it's cool for a situation like this where these artists people can really see, you know, how amazing this I don't want to call it craft, but how amazing this skill is. But as far as it was a bit of a conversation to make everybody come together. Not as hard as I thought it would be, but so Saturday is the opening, and we're basically inviting the public to come out and experience the space for the first time, and to respond to it, to be critical, to appreciate it, to ask questions. We want this to say something about art and space, about the use of space, about how this has been sitting here, and about how artists came and repurposed it, and you know, so we want people to come out and experience it and see what happened and see if art does have the power to heal space, or if it makes it worse. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, we're willing to have those conversations. I want to have those conversations.